Hey, I'm Bob. Been totally blind since birth. I'm into Power Rangers. Holding the box set from Shout Factory. We're talking about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 1, Episode 49 today. This is Return of an Old Friend, Part 1. And it first aired on February 28th in 1994. So, man, you guys who watched this when it first aired must have had a ball. It must have been akin to the White Light in Season 2. For those of you who watched Season 1 of Power Rangers, man, this must have been a fun two-parter to catch when it first aired. I wouldn't see this until the big Summer of Power playback in 1996, when I would tape it off TV for the first time. So it's Parents' Day, and the Rangers are celebrating with their parents. Bulk's parents arrive late. I think they crashed their car into, I guess it's the youth center. Mr. Kaplan's there too. So it might be at school. I'm not really sure of the location. Everyone's having a good time except Kimberly. She feels like the recent divorce that her parents have gone through, she feels like that's her fault. So she's not really wanting to celebrate Parents' Day. And I always liked that they added this situation into this two-parter. Usually it's all sunshine and roses for these kids. But, for those of us who've had parents who split up, it really resonated with me in particular in the 90s. It was a really human, kind of a moment to throw in there. And I always respected the writers for doing that. So Rita is going to use Parents' Day to her advantage. She wants to capture the Rangers' parents and ransom them for their power coins. So she's going to send Finster's Drama Monster down to emit a brainwashing gas. Apparently it smells like something. But we'll talk about that later. You know the drill by now. I wish Hasbro would make that, but we'll talk about what drama could possibly come with in part 2 in the next video. He'd be a fun monster, though. So she sends putties down. Trini's out there talking to Kimberly about how the divorce was not her fault and how her parents are there, they're looking for her, and how they love her no matter what. It was a really awesome scene. But the putties show up, and the guys, they beat feet when they find out that Kim and Trini are in trouble. So while they're fighting the putties, the Dramo, he's burrowing under the school or maybe the youth center. Those of you who have seen the episode and know it inside and out, you probably know where they are. So let me know where the celebration is. I'm just curious. I would think it's in the youth center because there's more room to, arm wrestle, as we saw in the beginning of the episode. But everyone's kidnapped and taken to Rita's dark dimension. And so while the Rangers are away, Rita will play. And Billy, he shows up late because he was inventing something. And so he's affected by that brainwashing gas. And so now we see evil Billy. And I love it when the Rangers go bad for just a little bit. And I think the actors and the actresses really do enjoy playing evil versions of themselves, be it clone or under a spell or whatever. I think David Yost had fun playing evil Billy here. I know it was a pretty cool moment to see him showing up in the command center. He shuts Alpha down. He takes the dragon dagger. And, because just like Tommy, when he was evil, Billy has a power coin too, so he can access the command center. So now Rita's got control of the Dragonzord. And the other Rangers, they show up and they see Billy. They're trying to stop him from giving the dagger to Goldar, but the putties show up. And Goldar gets the dagger anyway. And then all of a sudden, Billy is broken free from the spell. I guess it wears off after a time. And he morphs because, he was in his civilian clothes the whole time. And so they get into this big fight with the Dragonzord. They have to summon the Megazord. And, it doesn't go that well. Then they have to make the big decision after this fight. They have to decide what to do. It's either their parents, their power coins. And, of course, there's no decision to make. They decide to turn in their power coins. And Zordon, he's not at all upset with them. I think I would do the same if I was a Power Ranger. So Goldar, of course, he laughs. He doesn't give them their parents back, and he just, teleports away after taunting each and every one of them. And, they're back in the command center, and they think all is lost. And they're like, hey, all the power coins are gone. What are we going to do? And Jason says, no, we still have one left. And then at the end of part 1, we see a very familiar friend walking into this empty school or youth center, and it is of course Tommy Oliver, and he asks, where is everybody? And then we hear that little Go Green Ranger Go teaser at the end of part 1. Man, you guys you got to see this when it first aired. That must have been awesome to have watched, Tommy becoming a ranger, then losing his powers, then, he's showing up again due to very popular demand. This must have been awesome to watch in '94 for the first time. I kind of watched all of these as they aired. They would just kind of show them at random during reruns. So I always wondered, why the heck is Tommy never able to maintain his powers as the Green Ranger? I wouldn't see this episode for quite a few years after it had aired. So luckily I finally got my answer. Oh, okay. But we'll talk about that in the next video. We're going to be talking about Return of an Old Friend Part 2, so be here for that. Man, I love this two-parter. I've mentioned that quite a few times now. Anyway, I'll hear you guys in the next Power Rangers related video. Have a great day, and may the power protect you. And watch out for Dremel. Bye.